We're going to go on a dive to the deep sea, and anyone that's had that lovely opportunity knows that for about 2.5 hours on the way down, it's a perfectly positively pitch black world.
We're going to go on a dive to the deep sea, and anyone that's had that lovely opportunity knows that for about 2.5 hours on the way down, it's a perfectly positively pitch black world.
And we used to see the most mysterious animals out the window that you couldn't describe.
And we used to see the most mysterious animals out the window that you couldn't describe.
These blinking lights, a world of bioluminescence like fireflies.
These blinking lights, a world of bioluminescence like fireflies.
Dr. Edith Witter, she's now at the Ocean Research and Conservation Association.
Dr. Edith Witter, she's now at the Ocean Research and Conservation Association,
was able to come up with a camera that could capture some of these incredible animals, and that's what you're seeing here on the screen.
Was able to come up with a camera that could capture some of these incredible animals, and that's what you're seeing here on the screen.
That's all bioluminescence, like
That's our bioluminescence.
I said, just like fireflies.
Like I said,
There's a flying turkey under a tree.
There's a flying turkey under a tree.
I'm a geologist by training, but I love that.
I'm a geologist by training, but I loved it.
And you see, some of the bioluminescence they use to avoid being eaten, some they use to attract prey, but all of it, from an artistic point of view, is just positively amazing.
And you see some of the bioluminescence they use to avoid being eaten, some they use to attract prey, but all of it, from an artistic point of view, is just positively amazing.
And a lot of what goes on inside, there's a fish with glowing eyes, pulsating eyes.
And a lot of what goes on inside is there's a fish with glowing eyes, pulsating eyes.
Some of the colors are designed to hypnotize. These lovely patterns.
Some of the colors are designed to hypnotize. So these lovely patterns.
And then this last one of my favorites, is pinwheel design.
And then this last one of my favorite is pinwheel design.
Just absolutely amazing, every single dive.
Just absolutely amazing, every single dive.
That's the unknown world, and today we've only explored about 3% of what's out there in the ocean.
That's the unknown world, and today we've only explored about 3% of what's out there in the ocean.
Already we found the world's highest mountains, world's deepest valleys, underwater lakes, underwater waterfalls. A lot of that we shared with you from the stage, and in a place where we thought
already we find the world's highest mountains, the world's deepest valleys, underwater lakes, underwater waterfalls. A lot of what we shared with you from the stage.
No life at all. We find more life, we think, in diversity and density than the tropical rainforest, which tells us that we don't know much about this planet at all.
And in a place where we thought no life at all, we find more life, we think, and diversity and destiny than the tropical rainforest, which tells us that we don't know much about this planet at all.
There's still 97%, and either that 97% is empty or just full of surprises.
There's still 97%, and neither than 97% is empty or just for surprises.
But I want to jump up to shallow water now and look at some creatures that are positively amazing.
But I want to jump up to the shallow water now and look at some creatures that are positively amazing.
The cephalopods. Headfoots. As a kid, I knew them as calamari mostly. But
as a kid, I knew them as calamari mostly.
This is an octopus. This is the work of Dr. Roger Hanlon at the Marine Biological Lab. And just fascinating how cephalopods can, with their eyes, incredible eyes, sense their surrounding, look at light, look at patterns.
This is the work of Dr. Roger Hanlon at the Marine Biological Lab, and it's just fascinating how cephalopods can, with their incredible eyes, sense their surroundings, look at the right, look at patterns.
Octopus moving across the reef, finds a spot to settle down, curls up, and then disappears into the background.
There's an octopus moving across the reef, finds a spot to settle down, the curls up, and then disappears into the background.
Tough thing to do. In the next bit, we're going to see a couple of squid. These are squid.
And in the next bit, we're going to see a couple of squid.
Now, males, when they fight, if they're really aggressive, they turn white. And these
males, when they fight, if they're really aggressive, they turn white.
Two males are fighting. They do it by bouncing their butts together, which is an interesting concept.
And these two males are fighting. They do it by bouncing their butts together, which is an interesting concept.
Now, here's a male on the left and a female on the right. And now the male has managed to split his coloration so that the female only always sees the kinder, gentler squid in him.
Now here's a male on the left and a female on the right, and the male has managed to split his coloration, so the female only always is to conjure gentler skin.
And the males on the We're going to see it again. Let's take a look at it again. Watch the coloration.
Let's take a look at it and watch the coloration.
White on the right, brown on the left.
White on the right, brown on the left.
He takes a step back, so he's keeping off the other males by splitting his body, and he comes up on the other side. Bingo.
He takes a step back, so he's keeping off the other males by splitting his body and comes up on the other side. Bingo.
I'm told that's not just a squid phenomenon with males, but I don't know if that.
Now I'm told it's not just a squid phenomenon with males, but I don't know.
Cuttlefish. I love cuttlefish.
I like cuttlefish.
This is a giant Australian cuttlefish, and
It's a giant Australian cuttlefish.
there he is. His droopy little eyes up here.
And there he is, his droopy little eyes up here.
But they could do pretty amazing things too. Here
But they can do pretty amazing things too.
we're going to see one backing into a crevice, and watch his tentacles. He just pulls them in, makes them look just like algae.
Here's we are going to see one backing into a crevice, and watch his tentacles. He just pulls them in, makes them look just like algae.
Disappears right into the background.
Disappears right into the background.
Positively amazing. Here's two males fighting. Once again,
There's two males fighting.
they're smart enough, these cephalopods, they know not to hurt each other, but
Once again, they're smart enough, these cephalopods, they know not to hurt each other.
look at the patterns that they can do with their skin.
Well, look at the patterns that they can do with their skin.
Okay? Just an amazing thing.
It's an amazing thing.
Here's an octopus. Sometimes they don't want to be seen when they move because predators can see them. And this
Sometimes they don't want to be seen when they move because predators can see them.
guy actually can make himself look like a rock, and looking at this environment can actually slide across the bottom using the waves and the shadows so he can't be seen.
This guy can make himself look like a rock, and looking at his environment, he can actually slide across the bottom using the waves and the shadows so he can't be seen.
Blends right into his motion blends right into the background.
His motion blends right into the background.
The moving rock trick.
The moving rock trick.
So we're learning lots new from the shallow water. Still
So we're learning much new from the shallow water.
exploring that deep, learning lots from the shallow water.
Still exploring the deep, but learning lots from the shallow water.
There's a good reason why. I mean, the
There's a good reason why.
shallow water is full of predators. Here's a barracuda. And
The shallow water is full of predators. Here's a
if
barracuda.
you're an octopus or a cephalopod, you need to really understand how to use your surroundings to hide.
And if you're an octopus or a cephalopod, you need to really understand how to use surroundings to hide.
In the next scene, you're going to see a nice coral bottom.
In the next scene, you're going to see a nice coral bottom.
And you see that an octopus would stand out very easily there if you couldn't use your camouflage, use your skin to change color and texture.
And you see that an octopus would stand out very easily there if you couldn't use your camouflage, use your skin to change color and texture.
Here's some algae in the foreground and an octopus.
There's some algae in the foreground and an octopus.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing?
Now Roger spooked him, so he took off, a cloud of ink, lands, and when he lands, the octopus says, "Look, I've been seen best."
Now Roger spooked him, and so he took off in a cloud of ink. And when he runs, the octopus says, "Oh, I've seen.
Thing to do is get as big as I can get.
The best thing to do is to get as big as I can get."
That big brown makes his eye spot very big,
That big brown makes his eye spots very big.
so he's bluffing. Let's do it backwards. I thought he was joking when he first
So he's bluffing. Let's do it backwards.
showed it to me. I thought it was all graphics.
I thought he was joking when he first showed it to me.
So here it is in reverse.
I thought it was all graphics, but here's it in. So here it is in
Watch the
reverse.
skin color. Watch the skin texture.
What's the skin color? What's the skin
It's
texture?
an amazing animal. Can change color and texture to match the surroundings.
Just an amazing animal. He can change color and texture to match the surroundings.
Watch him blend right into this algae.
Watch him blend right into the algae.
1, 2, 3. And now he's gone, and so am I. Thank you very much.
And now he's gone, so am I. Thank you very much.